Welcome back to Tipping Point. I'm your host, Kara McKinney. If you live in Wyoming, I'm sorry to inform you that your taxpayer dollars are being used by the state's Department of Health to at least partially fund an upcoming R-rated drag bingo night. And in case the R-rated label doesn't already give it away, the website for the April 27th event says the R stands for really not for kids. I guess that's a small improvement on how these drag shows normally operate, where toddlers are encouraged to stuff dollar bills into the rhinestone lingerie of half-naked men in drag as they dance on poles or whatever. We expect this kind of thing in places like New York or San Francisco, but in Wyoming? Really? And what excuse could the state's health department possibly have for giving them $3 grand? Well, they say it's because the event will in part raise money to help those living with HIV or AIDS. So we're going to fund the very lifestyle that spreads the AIDS virus and then give them a few bucks at the end of it and pretend we saved the world or something. That's government logic for you. Have you noticed what a bizarre place politics has become lately? Some, like comedian Alex Stein, are able to leverage that to their advantage. His latest stunt saw him in Richardson, Texas with his new movement, Illegals for Trump. Watch.
Hello, Richardson City Council. My name is Abel Garcia, and I am an illegal immigrant from Mexico. I fled to the United States because I was forced to transition my gender to a female because of the crazy lifestyle that I grew up surrounded by the cartel. I am so grateful to be here in America, and now I am finally a man again since I had my breast implants removed, even though I have some slight genital atrophy from the hormone blockers that was prescribed. I'm so able to meet a lot of cool and interesting people, while also enriching me culturally. I believe America is the greatest country on earth because it's built on second chances, and I believe that no one in the world that deserves a second chance at his presidency more than Donald J. Trump. We can show you how to vote in the upcoming presidential election without an ID through the use of mail-in ballots. We can also help you access free hotel rooms in New York City as well as free Visa prepaid gift cards, so they can enjoy America's awesome culture.
Joining us now to discuss is the man himself, Primetime Stein from The Blaze. Alex, thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you, Kara. It's nice to be back. I was on recently with Riley. He's a great producer. But I had to say, that video, and I'm not trying to just start hot, but Abel Garcia used to live in California. He is a legal immigrant, the guy that spoke. But he's actually a detransitioner. When he was 19, he went to a psychologist in California, and they encouraged him. He said he was having kind of sexual confusion, gender confusion, and he felt like he was manipulated by this gender cult to actually transition his sex and get breast implants. And now he has a story where he's now back to being a man.
That's interesting. So that's, real life then. That was kind of informed part of the comedy, I guess, that you guys put on in Richardson, Texas. So he actually has had a real life brush with the gender mafia, the gender cult, the LGBTQ mafia, alphabet mafia, whatever you like to call them. And so we heard from your friend in that clip, Abel Garcia, but tell us in your own words what this Illegals for Trump movement is all about.
Well, listen, the Democrats have been using illegal immigrants to gain political power forever. I think since immigration started, maybe. I mean, don't quote me on that. But obviously, in the last few elections, they've been able to weaponize immigration. And that's the same reason why we have an open border that's being flooded with, not just people that are coming and looking to America, looking to come to America for a better life, but some of these people have criminal records. So my point is, I think that if we can promise illegal immigrants better social services under Donald Trump, maybe they can use the mail-in ballots like they used in 2020. Because, listen, I say this all the time. You can check me on this. Donald Trump won all 50 states when it came to in-person voting, and Joe Biden won all 50 states when it came to mail-in ballots. So it was obvious that there was an opportunity, whether we have proof of fraud or not. I'm just saying it's more opportunistic with mail-in ballots. So the overarching point that I'm trying to make is that, they've been weaponizing illegals, but if I do it and I culture jam by fake doing it and they call me out on it, I can just say, nana, nana, boo, boo, you guys have been doing this. Joe Biden said you're not a black man unless you vote for him. So, I know that's not illegal immigration, but that's what these people think about their voters and constituents.